This is Dr. Bill Dorfman, and you may have seen Bill on the hit TV show Extreme Makeover, and now the current hit CBS show, right? The Doctors, and Dorfman. You can't
not
talk
out
about
yet.
You're not yet.
In development.
Okay, and he's got another one in development that is really a cool concept that will rock the house. When, not if. Oh, by the way, write this down. Don't ever say if. If is a negative trigger that programs your unconscious mind to not pursue it. So you say when. You assume the sell with your own unconscious mind, because your unconscious drives your conscious mind. Big on the story, right? And that's why I try to teach everybody in all my stuff. No one will ever hear you until they know you, is what Jonathan Sprinkles taught me. So remember that when you're writing web pages online. Remember that when you're speaking from the stage and you want to have people invest in your products or services after. Remember that when you're on a teleseminar. No audience will ever hear you until they know you. That's why it's so important to tell your story from the beginning of how you got started. Because, somebody sees you, like Marilyn is a rock star in the food services industry, and they see Marilyn walk on stage and give a great presentation, and she's got a book, and she's got this and that, and they're like, oh, of course the strategies work for Marilyn. Look at Marilyn. But they won't work for me. She's a superstar. She could speak on stage. I can't, and they start to resist. So to cause that connection, you've got to tell how you got started to get up to where you are. So how about a little story on
student loans? I was supporting my grandparents. I didn't even have a car. You can't live in LA without a car. You know how I got a car? I was sitting at home feeling sorry for myself, watching game shows. I'm like, I'll just go win one. So I did. If you ever watch the Game Show Network, there's a show called Press Your Luck, the one with the no whammies.
Big money.
No, you say, no whammies, no whammies. Boom. Yeah, I won $16,000, bought my car, an African safari, and a lifetime supply of Lady Lee press-on nails, which I have never used. But, I needed a car, and I figured that was going to be the fastest way. Let me tell you how you get on it.
This is, let me listen to what this guy's doing, and how can I take these tips and ideas and concepts and use it for my business? Because 80 to 90% of all marketing is the same. It's that 10 to 20% that you tweak to match your niche, your demographic, your business. I got a whole thing of notes on what I'm going to be doing for myself based on just listening here. Okay, so I really hope you're sitting here thinking, I hear people go to seminars, and I'm in the audience at seminars as an attendee, and there will be a certain topic that's coming up, and I'll hear people next to me stand up and leave and say, this doesn't relate to me. I'm like, what are you talking? That's a poverty conscious mindset. If you can't sit there and find one idea from this guy up there talking about teleseminars, I don't care if you have no desire to do a teleseminar, but if you can't find a concept that you could apply in your nutrition business on how he's getting people on teleseminars, meaning getting people to buy his teleseminars and the triggers that he's using, the buy triggers, well, the same buy triggers will work for getting people to buy the nutritional product. So I just sit there and I think, when I watch people not want to sit there through, I literally, in my mind, I say, broke-ass person, broke-ass person, broke-ass person, right? Because, I don't care what the topic is. I'll find 3 really good ideas minimum and more like 30 good ideas, because I'm thinking, by the way, most of your ideas should not come from within your industry. Most of your really great ideas will come from outside of your industry and you apply it to your business. Let me pause and let me ask you this. What are 2 or 3 things that you were taught from Stan about how to talk to people who are in the limelight or high-end net worth type people? Was it, you got to understand that one of the things they want is safety or privacy? What was different about talking to high-end, net worth people?
I would say in any business you're in, one of the most important things is to know your customer, right? You can't think like you think. You need to think like they think. And one of the things that he taught me was 5-star gold-plated service. I mean, like the W Hotel, whatever, whenever, wherever. And say, okay, when? What's important now? What do I need to do right now to get me to tomorrow? It's the first thing I say to myself every morning when I wake up. When? What do I need to do today? I just run through the list in my head. I just have a little agenda. What do I need to do? And if you keep that in your back pocket, you'll just use it over and over and over again. And that's one of the greatest things you could pass on to your kids.
My gosh, I can't pay you to come speak because we don't have like that in the budget. This is all, donation work. Would you come and speak for my kids? And I'm like, yeah, I mean, if it'll help the kids. And, and that's how we got started.
And by the way, all of our speakers come and speak. James came the whole week. He didn't just come and speak. He showed up on the first day, and he stayed through the whole program because he said, I think we can do something here together. And it was pretty awesome having him there and letting the kids interact with them.
Yeah, and then, so that's how in December we got leaped to the boot camp and raised all that money that came out to be over $100,000 at our boot camp alone in December. So now what's going to be happening that I can't talk about yet, but my goal now is we as a group. Yeah, like everybody in my circles, in my cell phone and relationship, we are going to raise $1 million in one night for LEAP. And I called Bill up about 2 weeks ago, and I said, hey, it's about time. I've been working on this plan for about 2 months, and I need to just there's 3 components of it, and I need you on board for this one component, and we're going to raise $1 million in a night, maybe over a weekend, to help, and we can help a lot of kids. And I told him about it, and so that's what we're working on now, and can't talk about it until we get it finalized.
We're going to make this thing worldwide.
We're going to blow the roof off.
I'm going to bring in 2 more kids from South Africa again this year.
A lot of work or energy? Yeah, but why not? Let's just go big. We can raise $100,000. Let's just go do $1 million in a night and help a lot of kids.